I made this video to show my students how to upload their website to our new HostGator server that we're testing out. And it's a bit of a process because in the classroom, Dreamweaver is blocking us from uploading using Dreamweaver's menus. So I'm going to show you how to do it in two different ways. I'll show you how to do it using what's called the cPanel, which means you log into the actual HostGator server and use their file management system, and I'll also show you how to do it on Filezilla. So here we go. You're going to need to go out to this address. Here it is on the screen. It's https://athon athon.websitewelcome.com:2083. I'm already there. You're going to need to have the login credentials that I give you in class. It's a Word document. Let's see if I can get you the name of that document. It's in the resources folder. Its name is CPW-118-passwords. And that has your username and password on it, which you'll need right here. Excuse me. Alright, so I've already got those. Let's see if I can find them. Username and password. I'm going to use a student account. His name is Mark Fedin. He has not yet uploaded, presumably because I haven't explained this well enough, so hopefully that will solve this problem. And it's all lowercase, by the way, just your first name, last name, and then your password. I'll paste that in, and then I'm going to click the login button. So username and password at this address. This is the cPanel. Okay. That logs you in. Hang on, I just remembered I forgot to set a timer on this video. I don't like to record them too long. So if I can remember how to use my watch. There we go. Okay. So in the cPanel, you can do all sorts of server-side administrative stuff. For example, you could set up a MySQL database if you wanted to install WordPress by hand. Some other stuff, I don't even know what most of this stuff does, and I'm not going to bother looking into it right now. But each of you has what's called a subdomain and with a username and password. So anyway, right at the top, under Files, you'll see File Manager. It's looks like a filing cabinet with some yellow folders in it. Click that link. Okay, so here I am, and let's see, and notice how it says home/Mark Fedin. We're in that account. Over here on the right, there is a series of basically buttons that you can click, and most servers have a folder called public_HTML. So there's also one public_FTP. I don't even know what that is, but perhaps I'll figure that out someday, but right now I just want to get into public_HTML. So I double click that, and now notice the directory up here in this little box is public_HTML. And there's this CGI bin in there. That's put in there by the HostGator people. I don't know what that's for. We don't need to worry about it. So the public HTML is the same as your root directory. If I go to a new tab, you can get to your website by going to http:// well, in this case, markfedin.cptcweb dev.com. And notice how it says CGI bin right there. Here, I'll copy this to so you can see it better. Control V. So that's the website. Mark, in this case, if you want to go to your website, go to http:// first name last name .cptcwebdev.com. So, and that when you log into this website address, the Athon website welcome, with your username and password, it takes you by default into the cPanel for that username and password. Everybody starts here, all students, and then the username and password diverts you to your own cPanel, and the address, the front, you could call this the back end of the web server, where we can do administrative things like upload files. The front end of the website is your domain name. In this case, it's a subdomain of the cptc webdev account, which I bought. And then you each get a subdomain, which means you put a period in front of the domain cptc webdev and type your name, and then just press enter, and I'm there. That CGI bin right there, let me undock this. I got too many windows. Okay. So this CGI bin right here up on the cPanel is the same as this CGI bin right here on the index of Mark Fedden. So that's the same location. We don't want to see this index directory when we go to your domain name, in this case Mark Fedden's domain name. I want to see his website. To make that happen, I go to the homework folder. I've got it on my my E drive right now. I'm at home recording this on my Windows 10 machine. Then I'm inside Lesson 3, and I can see the standard stuff we've been building during the course of the quarter. Images folder, a gallery.html page, an index.html page, and a style.css. I'm going to drag the easy ones across first. Gallery, index, and style. I'll drag those across. Or actually, I can't drag and drop. It's not quite that easy. So from the cPanel, I'm going to click the upload button. These are things you can do, like I can add a folder, I can upload files. So I'm going to click the upload button while I'm in public HTML. And it takes me to this real user-friendly window where it says you can drop files here to start uploading. So here I go. I've got them selected in my folder, Lesson 3. I'm simply going to drag and drop. And there they go. Alright, so those 3 files are up there. I'm going to click the Go Back To button down here at the bottom. Go back to the public HTML, which is the root of the website. Alright, that all looks like it works. Now I go back to the index of the front end, and if I hit refresh, I'm going to see those files that I just uploaded. Cool. And notice what happens is as soon as the web server sees an index file, it opens it automatically. I'm there right now. I can put a / here, type index.html, and it's the same place. The web server by default opens the index.html file. It actually hides the name and shows you the contents. But notice that there's a broken image here. That's because I have not uploaded the images into the images folder. So I'll come back here. And I believe you cannot upload folders. We've had trouble with that. So perhaps there's a way, I just haven't figured it out yet. So I'm going to say, while I'm at the root of public_HTML, I'm going to click Add Folder. And I want to create one named Images. Now be careful here, some of you put a capital I on your Images folder. So if that's how you did it, you need to put the capital I here. Hopefully you where you got it right. You used all lowercase. I do encourage you to make everything all lowercase all the time in my classes. Anytime you're naming files or folders, everything should be lowercase, unless you have a compelling reason not to, and then you better write it down so you remember. So lowercase I for images, create new folder, and now there's an images folder up there. If for some reason you need to change something, you can change the name of things up on the server, just like this, rename, but I don't want to do that. Excuse me. So now that I've got an images folder, I'm going to double click it. So now my directory is public_HTML/images, and it says this directory is empty. I'm going to simply go to my images folder, double click, select all of the files that I have up there, and got them all selected. Let's make sure. Yeah. Okay, and then I'm going to drag those files from the images folder on my hard drive, or in this case a flash drive or whatever, into the empty images folder up here on the cPanel. So here I go. I'm going to drag and drop. Oh wait, now I have to get to the upload point. Alright, now it says drop files to upload into this directory, public_HTML images. This happens pretty fast, considering I'm on a really cheap DSL broadband plan way out here in the sticks of Gig Harbor. Alright, so I want to return to the root directory, or just go back to images, and then from there I can you can see I'm now in images. There are the files. If I go up a directory, where's that button? Oh yeah, up one level right here. Alright, so now my folder up on the server at the root of public_HTML looks exactly like my folder here in Windows. Let's see if I can organize the view to details, and then I'll go to the root of lesson 3 and pull this down. Okay, see how they're exactly the same. An images folder, here's an images folder, gallery index style, gallery index style. I just ignore that CGI bin. Now that I've got a mirror of the my hard drive where I was building the website in lesson 3, or wherever you're working, could be lesson 2 or lesson 5, and the server, they look the same. Now I can go back to this website, and I can I'll go home, or here I'll just hit refresh because I'm already at the index page. Where's the refresh button? There we go. Okay, that's normal behavior, at least for this point in the website. Notice how if I make it skinnier, the words will wrap around the image. That's a problem we fix on a later page. It shouldn't be blowing through the footer like that. That's simply we need a clear float BR tag, which is later on in the book. If I navigate to gallery, same thing. So now it's working, and you've uploaded to the cPanel. Okay, I'm going to pause this. So Filezilla is where you can go to get, if you want to upload without using the cPanel. I'm there right now. I believe I've got the address here. Yeah, filezillaproject.org, filezilla-project.org. And there's 2 buttons here. I actually downloaded the wrong one the first time I tried this. You do not want the Filezilla server. But you do want to download the Filezilla client, and it works on both Mac and PC. All platforms, as it says. So download Filezilla client from this address, filezilla-project.org. And there's a screenshot of how it should look. You may notice if you've used Dreamweaver at all that there's the left panel, the right panel. Alright, so I'm going to install that. Looks like it supports Windows 10. I'm on Windows 10. to save as, put it in a special directory. I never install stuff on my C drive because I have 2 drives. I typically put stuff in installed software folder, and I think I already made a folder called Filezilla in here, or did I? Yeah, Filezilla. Alright, so I'm going to install it there. And I finished downloading. I want to run it, I guess. Yes, I agree. I'm just clicking the defaults. Oh, and so now it changed its mind about where it's. Maybe that was just a download, so I'm going to make sure that it installs where I want it to install. I have a 2 terabyte Caviar drive. The brand name is Caviar. It's actually made by somebody else, but installed software is the folder I've created, and then I create subfolders for each piece of software. File. Oh. Do I already have this on here? That's weird. I wonder if I've got it on there already. Oh well. Okay. That's rather worrisome. Install. As I searched for it earlier, I was thinking I didn't have it. Whatever. Is it going to run now? I have to go look for it. Maybe that's it right there. I've got too many windows open. Hang on, let me pause this. I gotta find out where it went. Okay, now it's running. I think that I used to run 2 monitors on this computer, and probably the last installation of Filezilla was on the other monitor, so it's had to find it and drag it over. So this is Filezilla. It has a similar dialog box to Dreamweaver in that you have to enter your host name, which is your FTP address in essence, username and password. Sometimes you have to enter a port. So I've got those in that Word document that I gave you, my students. You have your credentials that were created when I created your subdomain account. In this case, it's a series of 4 blocks of numbers, and I paste them right here. Alright, you each have a username and password. Copy those. Username. And again, I'm using the Mark Fedden account since it was available. And then the password, Control C. Password, Control V. Sometimes I enter a port. If I hover over it, it says the default is 21. The default for secure FTP is 22. I'm just going to let Filezilla figure it out on its own. And then I click the Quick Connect button after I enter the host name, those series of numbers that are in the Word document for this class, password Word document, username, password, Quick Connect. Gonna work? Alright, look at all that stuff. Fancy, fancy. Whatever, I'm just gonna click OK. Okay, cool. So we got somewhere this time. So local site, users on the right, and then remote site, you can twirl this down. And as we did on the cPanel, I'm looking for public underscore HTML. There it is right there. On the remote site, notice how it says remote site. Public underscore HTML. And there, once again, is the CGI bin. That's kind of your key that you have arrived. And right here is the images folder that I uploaded earlier with the cPanel. But the reason why I like Filezilla is because it's drag and drop. I can drag folders up there, I can delete files, so here I'll just delete the images folder. Delete, yes, really delete. Okay, and then it's gone. And now if I go back to the website, which I think I've got open, I was using Chrome, I believe. Yeah, this one. Okay. So with Filezilla, I just deleted that images folder. I hit refresh. Now the images are broken. Okay. So let's put them back in. I go back to my folder, which I've got open right here. Find my way back to, let's see, I was down in file management. It's all about learning your way around your computer. Teaching 118, lesson 3, there we are. 118 Web Principles, lesson 3. There's the images folder, and here's Filezilla. So the cool thing about Filezilla is, or at least last time I tried it, I can upload folders full of images instead of creating folders on the cPanel. So here's the images folder. I'll drop that in. Just drag and drop. And it says it's working. There they go. Much easier than the cPanel. Trouble is, we've been blocked at school trying to use Filezilla. The IT department, I guess I need to send them in a help request, because if they could open up some ports for us, or allow more users than 30 of us, 30 students, could use Filezilla to upload to the server, since probably eventually we'll get Dreamweaver and Filezilla all sorted out. But for now, I'm just giving you workarounds. But Filezilla does work at home, and it's free. So now that the images folder is up there, I can double click, look inside it. See, it's kind of user friendly. I can navigate by clicking on the remote site, public HTML. There's that CGI bin. If I go back to Chrome, too many windows. Rome, here we go. Broken image because I had deleted the images folder, hit refresh, and now the image is there again. Alright, I think that pretty much covers everything. We've used the cPanel, we've used Filezilla. I think in Filezilla you can even save these settings, or it might just open up and remember it. Let's see. Copy current connection, export. I don't remember. I don't reuse Filezilla that often. I typically use Dreamweaver because I've had Dreamweaver for quite a while. Anyway, I'm gonna stop this video.